What's up, everybody? I'm Rory. I'm hanging out with Sean Messler. We just watched the Microsoft Xbox Showcase premiere. What was it called?
It was the Microsoft E3 2014 media briefing.
There you go. Said it much better than I did. Yeah. Well, it's not as big of a mouthful as that Capcom DLC that we'll get to in a little bit. I don't remember what that was. But overall, let's just say straight off the bat, what do you think? Did they have a good showing?
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
I went in there kind of doubting Microsoft. Not that they were going to show games, but that they were going to show stuff that was going to wow me or impress me. And they did. Most of it was third party. But whatever, it's their stage show. They're showing what, the whole purpose was to show that Microsoft, the Xbox One, is the best platform to play games. And I think they did a very good, very convincing job of that.
I can't disagree with that. Exclusive content, like across the board.
It was the theme of the night. That was the theme. Exclusive content.
Yeah, every third-party game was just like exclusive content coming first on Xbox One. Wait for the mic, Sean. Come on, you've done this before. Be a pro here. Wait for the microphone.
I love that most of those announcements were done on the screen. It wasn't like they came back and said, "Hey, it's going to be exclusive to Xbox One," and then they walk off stage. It was like game. They want to get as much information as possible to you viewing at home, and exclusive content, exclusive beta for Evolve, like just stuff like that. Just really, really good, really concise, really, really well put together press conference. It's going to be like Sony really has to bring it.
I agree. And games, like they said, let's go over what they showed, man. They showed a lot of stuff on there. Let's see if I can flip through this list. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, started the show, looked awesome. Yeah, really awesome.
I'm a big Call of Duty fan going into this, but this just feels totally reinvigorated, almost like it's not even, like you had said, it's not recognizable as a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic. I think it looks great. I cannot wait to play that game. I always like the campaigns. This looks like it's going to be probably the best one since the original Modern Warfare.
Hands down. And I did say that when we were watching it. If I didn't know it was Call of Duty, I would have been second guessing that it was for sure. If somebody was like, "That's Call of Duty," I would have been like, "What?" Yeah. I don't know. I thought it looked really fucking awesome. It was really way more advanced into the future than I was actually expecting. Yeah, and maybe that's because we didn't see Kevin Spacey. I don't know. But right from the beginning, I didn't realize I was looking at like a gameplay intro to this thing.
I love that Kevin Spacey wasn't even really part of the presentation. I love that. I think it was great for them to get up there and show actual gameplay. They always do. But unlike last year where Ghost, they showed the water level, wasn't impressive. It just felt like a retread of all gillied up.
Yep.
And it just felt, except in water instead of like in a nuclear devastated country. So seeing like this, and it's just something different and new, and the grenade where it exposes all the enemy positions and stuff, it just looks so good, and it looks like it's going to be a great blast to play.
Agreed. We talked a lot about Call of Duty there. We can't do that for every single game here. Okay, we're not going to give in-depth impressions on every single one of these games. Okay. Let's just go through the list, and you say yay or nay if you thought it was a good showing. And some of these I know just by what you like in gaming, you're gonna nay on anyway. So Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Yay.
Yay. Horizon 2.
Nay.
Yay. As a racing guy, it looked awesome. Sean?
Racing game's garbage.
Garbage. You heard it there.
It looked nice, but I won't ever play that game.
Get out of here. We're moving on. Evolve shown on the Microsoft stage. Microsoft Xbox stage.
I mean, I wish they showed a little bit more. Like, I wish there was an actual gameplay demonstration on stage. Maybe they're saving that for Sony. I don't know, but because it is playable at E3. I know you wanted to rush through some of these, but some of these are worthy of a little bit more conversation.
Well, we'll have conversations about them. Let's rush through these. We're gonna have conversation about all these games.
The get is to get it on. They got Evolve on the stage. I think Evolve's going to show well, and again, they have the exclusive beta.
Yeah, exclusive beta coming to Xbox One first. Yep. The game looked great too. Graphically looked awesome. You're a graphics whore. You said that before, right? You like to go down on those beautiful graphics.
I do. It's incredible. I spread my legs for graphics, and they were awesome.
You guys couldn't see it because we weren't recording the video during it, but Sean actually put his legs up and spread them literally while he was watching the shows.
No, that did not happen.
Next, let me flip through here awkwardly. Assassin's Creed Unity. Let me just start off by saying I was impressed with that. There was moments of the odd sort of transition between animations that I'm still kind of like a little janky that they have in the series still, but it looked beautiful. Yeah. And 4-player co-op in Assassin's Creed. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was super excited about that. What did you think?
Same thing. I had all the same feelings. Little John, I was impressed with the amount of people on stage, and the 4-player co-op is going to be awesome.
Agreed. Next, Dragon Age, looking beautiful. I haven't really played the series all that much myself, but I want to play that game. It looks stunning, and like we said when we were watching the conference, who doesn't like to fight dragons?
Yeah, the dragons part makes it look cool, but again, that's one of the games that's just not, it's not moving my needle. Like, I'll play it, but I'm not chomping at the bit to play it. I don't know.
Fair enough. Next, Sunset Overdrive. We got a new look at it. I was surprised that we actually saw more gameplay because they showed so much. And at the beginning, we were like, oh, it's another CG trailer. But then we saw Price come out, controller in hand. That game looks fun. That's the best way to describe it. It looks fun. It's beautiful. It looks like something I want to play. What were your impressions?
Well, I was completely cold on the game, and after that, I moved up to lukewarm. I'm going to play it. It looks nice. Again, not a day one because it's coming out the same day as Evolve, which is dumb. But yeah, it's on my radar.
Next. What is that? Oh, the Insane Dead Rising 3. I was like, insane. I don't remember that game. I don't know what that title was. It was like Dead Rising 3 Super Turboed EX thing. It was totally having fun with the Capcom, franchises. It looked. I'm in on that. I thought it reminded me of when Ubisoft showed the Blood Dragging DLC, where it was like a complete departure in a way. Excited about that?
Not particularly. I mean, but that's because I haven't really played much of Dead Rising 3 yet. I just don't have the time. But I'm not a Street Fighter fan, so that doesn't really excite me.
It was the costumes that got me like super psyched.
It was very funny. It was humorous, but it's just not, again, nothing that would move my needle at all.
Fair enough. Next, what do we got here? Flipping through, we got pages and pages of games here. Oh, Disney Fantasia. They didn't even show it.
Show it. What like that? Did they not have anything to show? I mean, I feel like with the Kinect being dropped, and now like this non-announcement it was bad. Like nothing good. Like this is the only showing this game's gonna have for E3 before it comes out in October, and I just feel like they dropped the ball on that one.
You know what I'm realizing right now? The sun is moving so fast, it's hitting our face. So we got to hurry through this, or we got to stop and move because we're going to be blown out. Let's bang through these really quick. We've dropped the yay or nay already. That's how brutal we've been. Okay, so we're going to go back to yay or nay. Dance Central, downloadable game.
Nay.
I'm a semi-yay just because it's a good party game, but moving on. Fable Legends co-op.
Nay. Looks terrible.
I don't think it had a great showing. You said that during the conference. I would agree with that. I could see it being appealing to some people. I get why some people might enjoy what they saw, but it didn't really do much for me either.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Next, Ori and the Blind Forest indie game.
Looks great. I mean, I got the feels from the trailer. Like that's awesome. I'm sold. You
did. He almost shed a single tear just from the music and that little lonely moment. Was a guy sleeping? Was he sleeping? No, he was dead. And then the characters got the puppy eyes and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And not 8-bit.
Not 8-bit. And you know what? Guys, we're going to do a little quick swap. I'm gonna stop this, and when we come back in 1 second, we're going to be back in the shade because there's no way Sean in my forehead is not just like this beaming white ball of light right now. So weird power of editing happening right now. And we're back, thanks to the power of editing, into the shade. I feel like I got beads of sweat off my forehead, though. I was in LA for like 2 minutes yesterday, and I burnt the top of my forehead, but it's a dome I have here.
I burned myself, too, at a show yesterday outside. So.
All right, back to games. Next. We said that one. Oh, and the big one. The worst-kept secret that we had going on, the Halo Master Chief Collection. I'm impressed with the package. I'm impressed overall with the package. They didn't show a lot, but I was impressed with what they had to say. How about you?
I'm not a Halo fan, so it, again, doesn't do anything for me. I know that Halo fans are going to be excited, and they should be excited for this. It's pretty awesome. As I would be a fan of any series that I liked a lot that would take that same kind of care and treatment. So, and I know a lot of people like Halo 2 multiplayer, so they're going to really, really enjoy that, being exactly like beat for beat gameplay, exactly the same.
That's what the big sell was, I think, that it's the original sort of gameplay from Halo 2. They're not messing with it. It's going to feel just like Halo 2 did on the original Xbox, but now you can play it with a nice, pretty sort of new coat of paint. Yeah. I'm excited about that. So you get Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4. On top of that, you get the Halo Digital Series, which is going to come with that collection as well. That's the Ridley Scott-produced one, I believe. And the Halo 5 beta. Yeah. I mean, that's a phenomenal package. Do you think it's going to be $59?
No. I think it'll be a little bit more.
89?
That's why we didn't get price today. Yeah. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I think it's going to be a little bit more.
Did they ever really say prices at E3?
Yeah, sometimes. Well, for something like that, they would.
Yeah.
I think they would. It's going to be available because, like the guy from Forza said, it's free. You know what I mean? Like, if it's going to be, if you, $60 is a good price point for that. Like, not, I mean, a deal for that. So, and I feel like if that was what they were going to sell it at, that would have been part of the announcement.
Yeah. Well, I remember when the Forza guy came out and you were sort of like, oh, rolled your eyes, DLC, and I was like, well, just tell me it's free, and he did, and then they jumped right into Forza Horizon 2. Yeah. Inside, from the guys at Playdead, the creators of Limbo, got a new game. It's not exclusive to Xbox One, it seems, but it's coming first. Yes. So maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's a year, whatever it is, it's still good. Mm-hmm. That game looks phenomenal. If you're into that sort of stuff, beautiful game, beautiful looking game.
I mean, you can see their DNA in that game, and I think it looks fantastic. Again, I'm pleased anytime someone doesn't use 8-bit pixel art. It just looks great.
Agreed. Next, ID Xbox. They just showed a bunch of stuff. I mean, we can't even recap that.
I don't remember any of it.
I will say what stood out to me. There was.
Cool.
Oh, see, the astronaut one did not look good to me. I was kind of like, well, what is that? It's like a garbage can strapped to his back. He's floating around. The game that stood out, there was two that stood out to me, and there was the one that was black and white and had the black outlines on the characters, and there was the other one we saw a brief glimpse of that looked like a 1950s Disney cartoon almost.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Cuphead or something like that, or that looked really interesting.
Cuphead, we'll go with that for now.
Really weird name, but yeah, that did look really good, and so did the one you were talking about. Yeah.
All right, and the next game listed. Man, I swear I saw your shorts rise. The Rise of Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider 2. They didn't say it was next-gen exclusive, but I'm going to say it is.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're going to do cross-gen for that. Yeah. I can't imagine why they would. It's 2015. By then, it'll be a non-issue.
Great trailer. We didn't see gameplay, but it set the tone. I liked how they opened it up, dealing with her past problems, the emotions that she's going through and dealing with that stuff. It set the tone for me really well, so I'm excited to play that one.
Well, I hate CG trailers, but I will make an exception for this because Tomb Raider was my favorite game of 2013, and I called it before they announced it. As soon as I saw, like, I forget what it was, I saw like a hook her climbing pick, and I was like, oh my god, new Tomb Raider, and I just lost my mind. I cannot wait for that game. Like, that just jumped to my most anticipated game of all time.
Sean had one of those like,
I did. I don't get excited about a lot of things like visibly, but
look at this. I totally didn't have the mic in front of you. I'm a noob, guys.
I don't get visibly excited about a lot of things, but that made me jump up and just cheer and yes, and I was freaked out. Yes, I'm very, very happy that that's coming, and it's coming within 2 years, so that's great.
It was inevitable that was coming, but it was nice for them to officially say it's coming. Yes. We're going to see it. Yes. Next, The Witcher 3. We saw some gameplay. Looked pretty good. I mean, it didn't quite look as fantastic as like the cinematic stuff trailers, obviously, but it looked good. I didn't think they showed the most interesting piece that they could, tracking that monster and bringing it down, but it looks like a good game. I'm still hyped to play that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with showing a game as going to be as deep and as huge as the Witcher 3. It's just too big of a game to really show. It's the same thing I'm thinking about Destiny. You can't really show everything that game has to offer in one little thing. So, I mean, I'm still on board. It's a Witcher game. It looks great.
How about when they chop that body in half?
Oh my God, I lost my mind when I saw the dude just fall over and blood everywhere. That's what I want. And I'm an adult. I want to see over-the-top gore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We both had that moment where it was just like, oh, we just saw that. That was awesome.
I'm very, very into that.
Next, and I'm proud to say that I called this one on our predictions list. I thought this was actually a wild card call that I made. I really actually didn't expect to see it, but we saw it. Phantom Dust is coming back. Thoughts on that?
I never played the first one, so I have no thoughts.
Fair enough. Moving on. One of your favorites, The Division, had a fucking fantastic showing, right?
Yeah,
really good.
Oh my God, I need that game in my eyeballs right now. It's amazing how good that game looks, and that's what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for like a game that looks next gen, and everything about the UI, the just the way everything just looks beautiful in that game. The animations look flawless. Like, it's just all the little detail in the environments.
I was just gonna say, it's those little details. When I was watching him hide behind that bus stop, and you could see bullets hitting the glass, and then it would start to spider web shatter, and it just kept growing. It looked absolutely fantastic. And the flamethrower burning the car, and just the lighting down the street coming through, the way it was filtering soft light through, absolutely stunning. And the map, of course. And when they brought up the shadow of what had happened before, and then the guy walked through it, and it moved out of the way. It looked like something out of a James Cameron sci-fi or something.
I think it looks incredible. That, I said on the podcast that I think the Division is going to win Game of the Show, and I'm confident. After seeing that, I definitely think it's going to win Game of the Show. Even though Evolve looks great, I think Evolve might show better because it's quick, like Titanfall was, like quick, get in and out, get a gist of the game. But I don't know. I really think the Division's going to pull it out this year. That looks incredible.
It's hard for me to argue against that at this moment in time without seeing what's coming out. The other guys got some big games to show as well, but it looked really good.
I'm confident.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Sean's calling right now. Division game of E3. We've moved away again once. We've moved away again from the yays and nays, but Division is clearly a
yay.
Yay. Next. Scalebound, coming from Platinum Games, exclusive to Xbox One. We didn't see gameplay.
Published by Microsoft.
Yeah, we didn't see gameplay of that, but I have faith in Platinum Games. Wonderful One-on-One was a bit of a misstep for them, in my opinion. I like it when they do their third-person action games. Vanquish was incredible. Bayonetta series is really good, unless you're playing it on PlayStation 3. But these guys know how to make high adrenaline, intense, frenetic shooting action, whatever they're going to do. And we're riding dragons. We've got some crazy sword. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, but what were your thoughts?
I mean, again, it was a CG trailer, so it's hard for me to get excited. But in terms of presenting a concept, it was such a small slice. I don't know what that game's going to be, but knowing Platinum's pedigree, I'm sure it's going to be a wild ride.
Yeah, I'm excited at the least to see what they're going to show us when they show us gameplay of that game. And is this the last on the list? We did kind of get through that okay. Crackdown. CG trailer, I think, right? That can't be in engine. If it is, holy shit.
I'm sure it's in engine, but I'm sure it's also, but it's still not.
Well, it's a cinematic sort of trailer. But you think that's all in engine?
I mean, I would imagine so. It has all the same aesthetics of the other games, that like with the cell kind of cell shaded, kind of not.
Yeah, but man, I'll admit then, if that's, I was looking at that like, I don't know, is it in engine? Is it not? If that's in engine,
it's going to be
that's gorgeous.
Impressive game, but again, Crackdown's another series that doesn't really move the needle for me. The first one was fine, but that was in 2007.
Yeah, it's getting old.
So having, I don't know, like, I personally, I feel like that was kind of after the momentum that they had, I felt like that was kind of a weak way to end the show.
Yeah, I agree. It faded out. Then they showed the montage of games, and we were both sitting there thinking, like, is it over? And I had just a little bit of hope that, like, we're going to just get that Gears tease, like, even in CG form. I cannot believe we didn't see it. That was one of your predictions on the last Rated M, and I thought it was a fantastic prediction. I thought that was in the bag for sure. Mark a point for Sean. Yeah. We didn't see anything of Gears. They didn't talk about Gears. They didn't mention Gears, except for that little tiny logo, right?
And to be honest with you, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad that they felt like they didn't need to. I just feel like Crackdown wasn't really the show-stopping moment. You know what I mean? I feel like that stuff came earlier, and it would just kind of. I just feel like it was a kind of a weak way to end the show overall.
I'm just realizing too is that, like, I didn't really. It got glossed over because there was so much happening with the Master Chief Collection, but we didn't actually see any in-engine gameplay stuff of Halo 5, did we?
Not at all. Nope.
No.
And that's fine. I mean, that's another thing where I feel like that game's got another E3 before it can show. So let them take their time and show the game.
I agree with that. But I'm surprised. Yeah. Nonetheless, I'm surprised that we didn't see, like, just a sliver of just what it might look like in engine.
You got to save some stuff for next E3. You know what I mean? Like, there's enough excitement, there's enough good stuff showing on their stage that you can hold off. But
what time is it?
We
got to wrap this up. Okay, Sean, give it a score out of 10. The Microsoft press conference.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Excellent score. I'm gonna give it an 8.8, solely because I didn't get the Gears announcement, and I was missing just maybe one more exclusive game shown in gameplay form that gave me a boner. You know, just like Tomb Raider does for you, you know, because, I mean, Sony's going to show Uncharted or whatnot. But that's it for Sean and I right now. We're going to go check out, EA? Yep. EA's conference, and then we'll be back with another ridiculously blabberish video.
I thought it was handled.
All right. So thank you, Sean.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, and we'll see you guys shortly.